Hey everybody, this is Jim at freechartvideos.com. It's a little after 4:30 on April 5th, 2011, and we're going to look at the S&P 500 chart. Remind you that this is being brought to you by freechartvideos.com using time-honored techniques to understand modern markets. This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own due diligence and make investment decisions that are suitable for your financial situation. I'm not a licensed professional, just a guy that draws lines on charts. Okay, looking at a 3-minute chart, I want to show you that what I had mentioned in yesterday's video was that I thought we were in a triangle consolidation or reversal. And yesterday we had this little descending wedge that ended the day above it. And just to let you know that this stuff works, I said, I would look for a back test of this top line possibly tomorrow. And then let's see if we can get above this line, and reminded you that wedges usually will, descending wedges will usually result in an eventual move that takes prices levels back to at least to the level of where the wedge was when it first started to form. Well, all that happened today. But what happened that was a little out of the ordinary, and to begin with, there were a couple little things that were a little peculiar, but what was really peculiar was how easily, even though it bounced here, the S&P ended up coming back into this pattern without really much fight at all. And that's a little unusual. So I'm kind of looking at this now, and you have to bear with me because you have to realize that stock charting is an evolving thing. For example, before we had this peak right here that I have the cursor on, I didn't know where to draw this line. I was originally drawing it like this, just uh, looking for some evidence that that this was going to break out, and that we were going to, you know, in other words, this appeared to be a potential resistance line, and I was looking for a breakout above it. So if I'm drawing this here, and then I get this breakout, and then it comes back down, and easily gets back under that line, then I have to maybe ask myself, well, maybe that really wasn't that important a line. That this little level right here maybe just wasn't that big a deal. Either that, or I say this was some kind of a premature breakout, because you can see the line did continue to have its influence apparently with this, and then when it broke out, it bounced there, but then got back under it. So you see what I'm saying. So yesterday, I was drawing this line here, and lo and behold, um, when we got over it, there was a back test, and then it looked like we were going to go maybe make a run for the minimum move to get us testing 1344 again. But it came back into this pattern. So here's what I'm doing. I'm still going to keep this line here, but I'm going to add another line, because where we got turned back was almost exactly at the same level that we got turned back here. So, what do I think now? Well, we may be dealing, instead of with a symmetrical triangle, we may be dealing with a pattern that's going to have a flat top. And I can't tell you exactly what that's going to be yet. I can tell you we got a little bounce here at the end of the day, and then the day ended with this line now serving, at least right, on this 3-minute chart, um, Looks like maybe this served as resistance at the very end of the day. That's really neither here nor there, because that's just where the day stopped. If in other words, we really haven't been turned back yet. So what I'm looking at right now, I'm still looking at this line as being important. I'm looking at this line as being important support. This line being extremely important support. But for right now, I'm thinking that we may be going sideways in a pattern that is going to be a little bit different than what I originally thought. That this, with instead of this being the top line that's really important, this one would be. And the good news is, if we'd broken out of this pattern, and this was the right pattern to identify, then we're looking at a retest of 1344. If we have the pattern with the flat top, then where we would be measuring the breakout would be up in a higher location at some point down the road, and that would give us a target higher than 1344. So let's just keep our eyes on it and see what develops. And there's one other reason why I'm less inclined to think that this pattern is the right one, and that is we only had two touches on the top and really two touches on the bottom. I mean, this all here in my book kind of counts as one test when we're dealing in this time frame. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm seeing. We're still going to keep this line here though. Why? Well, let's say we get over this line tomorrow and we start to go up, and then it looks like we're stalling around 1342, 1343. Well, we might then consider, and I hate to be kind of wishy-washy, but we might consider at that point that what we were dealing with is a legitimate triangle, symmetrical triangle, and this was a premature breakout. So you see, it gets a little interpretive at times. But like I said, the important thing is we've got some lines of support and some lines of resistance. Right now, weak resistance, probably pretty strong resistance, should be pretty good support, should be better support. So, and then of course this little line right here has already been tested. I don't think we're going to get there. I think this is a non-issue. This little wedge right here has probably done what it's supposed to do. So let's just kill those lines. I know I said that this descending line would be support. No, actually it was this line. This descending line would be also strong support. So that's what's going on with the S&P. And it's a little just kind of in the forming period right now. So it's hard to be extremely opinionated because there's just a few things going on that are not ideal. You know, I think you get the picture, and I don't need to ramble on anymore. So let's see what happens tomorrow that might help clarify what we've seen for the past 3 days. Take care. Thanks for watching. And when you get a chance, please visit freechartvideos.com, where I need your traffic to keep this free. And by the way, we've got the last video offer, which was offered up over the weekend, is still active. I've got 5 stock charts to look at, and I've told you what they are. So come check that out. 2 of them are Ford and Jaguar Mining, and I'm also looking at I believe it's Glue Mobile and MCore. So come check that out, and if you want to get a link to that video, all you got to do is donate $10. So consider it if this is of any value to you, and I appreciate you watching, and look for another video tomorrow.